Hi folks, so I'm going to do a little video for you of the dolmen that's up in the forest up above our house in Levka. I tried to do one before and it failed for various reasons, so I'm doing one today. So you can walk up from the village. It's, you know, for people who like a walk, it's a nice walk. You can do a round circle walk. It takes about an hour and a half, about 45 minutes each way. Or you can drive your van up and park here, which is just 5-10 minutes from where we live, and you walk down here. So let's go and we'll show you. So it's a good spot to park. Jay's not been to the dolmen before. Are you excited, Jay?
Oh yes.
He's bubbling with excitement on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Jay's like that a lot. He sounds like he's being sarcastic, but he promises me he isn't. As you can see, he's got his top hat on.
Mm-hmm.
We've just we're on our way home from Stitt, which is there's some bad roads in the way out there, but this is the second time we've done it, and
Yeah.
Jay's getting more confident driving on it because he knows the road a bit now. So it seemed a lot easier this time than last time, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
It's still like not for the faint-hearted,
No.
but it is passable, and we've got very low ground clearance, so if we can do it, a lot of people can. But yeah, so we've got across the field here and into the pine forest, and then there's a dolmen. It's all around this area. It's very unexploited, the archaeological sites around here. You know, there's loads of places in Bulgaria where everything's, you know, got the visitor centres and things, but there's so many sites that haven't really had anything done with them yet, and this area is fabulous for you know, the Thracian heritage and everything. So the archaeological sites going back like thousands of years to like 2000, 3000 BC, down to 5000 BC, I think. And there's a little closest village to us, Mustrak, is just there. It's just over the hill from us. So yeah, so all around this area, there's you get very familiar with the site of Thracian tombs. The mounds of the Thracian tombs everywhere that haven't been, you know, dug out and turned into sites or anything. So for people who like that, I mean, I really do. This sort of just being able to walk around, and you know, there's not like there's anything to see. It's a mound, but just that you're surrounded by this. It's everywhere. So we have here in Levka, you know, a lot of the villages are founded on or near ancient sites. And Levka, there's a big hill behind us, across the river at the back of us, that is an old fortress site that hasn't been excavated. So that's the old fortress and Levka city up on there. And this there's 3 Thracian tombs, the one that's in the village, and then straddled on either side, just on the outskirts of Levka, with 2 more, so there's 3 in a row. And then this dolmen that we're going to hear up in the forest. So, just catching my top in a thorn tree there. So this is the easiest way. I just love it here. It's a really pretty area to walk in or drive around in. Around our Sacher mountain, the Sacher foothills, beautiful area. You know, out Stitt and Matocino, which is Matocino. There's a fortress there and a rock church, and then there's another place with a rock church. The video probably doesn't pick up, but there's still like butterflies everywhere as we're walking along here. You get a lot of swallowtails, the sail swallowtails, and Bee eaters, if people are into birds. There's so many bee eaters around at the moment. It's very much autumn. What are we, 4th September, 5th September? I think we may be the 5th today. We never know what day it is. But I love this tree. It's just a fabulous tree, this. Bulgaria very much, it's almost, it does the seasons to the calendar. You know, it's like summer, autumn. You know, 1st of September, autumn. And it'll be autumn right up to the 1st of December. And then overnight it will turn to winter. And so on and so forth. So it's like, yeah, all of a sudden there's like less insects, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's quite strange. This is the time of year you start seeing the grasshoppers more because the grass is all brown. I just love this tree. It's phenomenal. I would say for people coming for a walk, this is kind of what Joe's the way me and Marley came up with is you pack a packed lunch or a snack and a flask of coffee or something. This is really a autumn, spring or winter thing. High summer it's just too hot and the grass is too high probably. But yeah, pack a lunch or a snack and walk up from the camper stop through the forest to the Dolmen and then come out here and sit here. It's a beautiful spot after being in the forest, and the Dolmen's so magical to then come out and sit here by the salt tree and have a snack and something to eat. It's just lovely. And then you just, the way we've walked back up to the main road that runs back down to Levka and home again. And the views are so different, like depending what direction you're going in. Could be coming, a bright red damselfly or something right in front of me there. I hope this is picking it up. It's gone to land there. I'm going to move, see if I can make it move. The video might pick it up better. Oh, and it's off. Hope you got to see that. Yeah, coming up from Levka, you know, you're seeing the Sakar Mountain and the forest, and you're going uphill and it's a very different view. And then coming back down to Levka, you've always got the Rhodope Mountains as the backdrop. So, you know, Levka's in a valley. We're at 200 metres above sea level. And you never really realise that it's, I mean, that's not very high, but it's not sea level either. But it's not until you come out of the village. I mean, even up at the back of our camper field, you can see, you know, how you're higher up than you think you are, with the valleys stretching below you and the Rhodope Mountains in the background. So the walk back's really beautiful as you get the views of the mountains. So I've never actually come in this way before, so hopefully I will not miss the turning for the Dolmen and I'll take us the right way. I've not been up this way since April, so it's been a while. And these are logging forests. You see all the bark. And sometimes it's a real shame, but the guys doing the logging quite often leave rubbish behind from their lunches and things in the forest, which is a bit upsetting. More butterflies dancing around. And the weather's still fabulous, as you can see. And as I said, it's very much autumn, but it's still hot during the day. Just pleasant hot, like a nice summer, nice summer's day. in Britain would be. But it's cool in the mornings and the evenings, and it's just really nice to have a bit of coolness after the heat wave time in July and August. How are you getting on there, Jay?
I'm fine, okay.
Jay's carrying my camera. It's easier to video with my phone. And I don't have much battery on it, so I'm hoping it'll last until we get there. And again, this is, as you can see, very much an unexploited site. It's not even marked on the map. So I found out about it by googling village Levka in Bulgarian, in Cyrillic, and found the information on the Bulgarian Wikipedia, because the English Wikipedia doesn't give you any information on Levka at all, really. So I found out about the Dolmen that way, but it's not marked on the maps, so I just came looking for it, you know. That was just something me and Marley did, was went out on a dolmen hunt, and it said that it was between Levka and Mustrak in the forest. So we just started wandering along the logging trails looking for it, and we found it. So when we get to there's a junction where there's a sign, you know, just like a notice in a Polly Pocket, or what do you call it when you put plastic on things? There's a word for it. Laminated. Yeah. And just a laminated sign or something saying Dolmen stuck to a tree. As I said, I've always come the other way, so everything looks different coming this way. So I'm hoping the sign's still there, in case I missed it. I think it's here that we turn, yeah. I think this is the branch, and we go, instead of going straight on, we'll go to the left now. And if I'm right, we should see a tree down this way that says Dolmen. I don't see the Dolmen sign. I wonder if it could be that way. Oh, yes, the Dolmen sign's gone. I think it's this way. It's, yeah, quite possibly. The Dolmen trees have been cut down. That would, yes, there's a sign further up there. So, as I said, unexploited. So this was like kind of how me and Marley found it. We were just walking around, and then, you know, because the sign isn't even at the corner, we were like part way down this road, and we were like, oh look, we're in the right direction. I just saw the bit of blue on the tree and thought, I wonder if that's the sign saying Dolmen, and then it was. Actually says Dolmena, Bulgarian for Dolmen.
Bulgarian.
There you go, you're so I would say to people, when you're coming down here, be sure that you take your bearings as you come in, so that you don't get lost in the wood, because there are not very many signs. And depending on the time of year you come, it may look different than it's looking today. But it's just down here, so it's no distance at all from that sign. But this is where it gets like pretty overgrown. The last time me and Marley came out, you know, in the spring, it was getting really overgrown. Just this, it's fine until here, but this track here. So, to be alright with jeans and boots, but I mean, that's the thing, like, you get to the time of year where you need jeans and boots, really, but it's hot, so you don't want to wear jeans and boots, you want to wear shorts and sandals. And it's find the Dolmen now. I can see more blue signs ahead, so a little bit further to go, but we're nearly there. Jay loves walking, don't you, Jay?
Oh, yeah.
We're going somewhere. We're going to see a dolmen. You like dolmens? And this is a really cool one. Because it's, you just have it all to yourself. And when I stop talking, you'll see when you get there, you know, it's just the sound of the wind in the trees, and in the spring, lots of bird sound. So, you know, a lot of the times these kind of things are quite soulless because there's so many people visiting them. And you come here and it's just you and the dolmen in the forest. It's just fabulous. So yeah, a little bit further down. So the last bit, there isn't really a track, really. You just, we're almost at it now, and it's just in the woods off the track. So if you see, you come to this bit, and this sign is actually telling you to go into the woods, and you'll look and you should be able to see a couple of blue ones over there. So you just, there's a tiny, you can just go further down and walk in yourself that way, but if you stick to where the signs are, it's easier to find it. But I hope you can see there isn't actually a track here, you see, so you are just walking through the wood. So this is why in summer you need those boots and trousers, otherwise you're going to get a bit thorny. There's been a few recent trees felled here. And ta-da! Just like that.
It's like a dwarf dolmen.
It's just magic, isn't it? Absolute magic. Just, it is a tiny one. But just stand still for a second and let's just listen. And that's it, you just hear. There's where those trees are piled up there, there's actually more rock formations there, which I think has been part of a little complex around here. And you can see, I mean, this is like typical Bulgaria. So they've been cutting trees, they've stripped the branches off, and they've just chucked them in the ground here, and they're all around the dolmen. So it's got the fallen branches in front of it. It looks nothing like a Bulgarian outhouse. This is thousands and thousands of years old, James. And so I don't know how old this one is itself, but you know, it'll be at least 4,000 years old, somewhere between 7,000 and 4,000 years old. An old dolmen. So I'm just going to have a moment of silence to let you feel this, and then you can come and do it yourself. Commune in the forest with the ancient dolmen. And if we go in front of the dolmen, down through there, Just through the forest there and over is the Levka fortress, the site of the Levka fortress, and the Travel Malarkey campsite. Just through the trees. So, hope you enjoyed our walk through the forest. We're going to go head back and go home and get coffee. Say bye, Jay.
Bye, G.